Back here once again. We had Coach Hudson on here Saturday. Figured we'd get you back up here again after this victory, sweeping the 4-game homestand. Now you guys go for 3 straight on the road. And how does the confidence elevate, first off, Coach, when you guys are here on Chick Martin Court? You guys are in the Bosch. You've got all the fans. How much extra of a boost does that give you guys being here?
I mean, it's a comfort level, and any team will tell you that about playing at home, and you spend a ton of time in there with practicing and your shoot-arounds, and you just feel comfortable when you're at home. You know, you're coming out of your dorm room to the court as opposed to traveling 3 or 4 hours to play. And I think the crowd has a really good has a lot to do with that. Like, we get a lot of energy in here, and it doesn't take a ton of people in here to make it feel hostile, you know, because the way the building is built and everything. But the crowd really helps us out. We start to make a few shots and get to it defensively. It's a tough place to play. It can be a tough place to play when we're playing the right way. But just being at home is a comfort level for us. And this 4-game stretch that we just finished, really proud of the group for that. Like, we've played 4 games in, I want to say, 6 or 7 days, and that's taxing mentally and physically, and we're still sticking with it. We have one more along this stretch on Saturday. We got to get through that, and we have a week off next week. And we need to get there with the win. So one more of these along this stretch on Saturday. Hopefully we can come back with a win and get some time off next week. Right now, we're grinding.
Absolutely. And like you said, you guys have that game Saturday. You get a week off, and then you travel up to Virginia to take on Southern Virginia once again, who you guys just had a thrilling come-from-behind victory in. And obviously you and the rest of the team knows that you can't take them lightly, especially going into their gym. So having that week to prepare will be huge for you guys.
It will be. We'll need the time off for rest purposes and also for time for us to kind of scheme and do some things a little differently going into that one. And we know we're not in a position to take anybody lightly. You know, we're not that team. We haven't arrived at that point where we can come in here and just expect somebody to lay down and give us a win. That's not who we are. So going into every game, every team has our attention. Every team has our respect. And they won't be treated any differently. I'm pretty sure it'll be a chippy game again. They're going to be looking forward to it to avenge that loss, and the squad is looking forward as well.
Absolutely. I know you say you guys haven't arrived, and surely 100% there is growth to be had. There is growth that we will see, I'm sure, through the rest of the course of the season. At the same time, you got to appreciate 13-4 through 17 games, 9-1 through 10 conference games, and I'm sure if I or anybody else had told you guys at the beginning of the season that this is where you'd be through 17 games, you would take it. Of course, there's much bigger fish to fry. We want multiple home playoff games this year as opposed to the one we had last year. We got that little taste is what you told me. But talk about that, how far you've come to this point as a group.
Yeah, like you said, if you would have told me in October that around this time we would have the record we have, I would be pleased. But still a lot of work to be done. Still a lot of work to come in here to do in the mornings, in the afternoons, in our shoot-arounds, and just as a group, just developing and trying to finish strong and hopefully finish high enough where we're able to host multiple playoff games. But just one practice at a time, Brady. One practice at a time, one day at a time, one game at a time, and see where it takes us.
100%. And I feel like we talk about this every time that I see you, these freshmen, and the fact that so many different players can contribute. Michaela Street tying her career high with 18. Two players had double-double. She had 18 and 10, and then McKenna had another double-double with 11 and 12. But these freshmen just seem to provide energy that we might not have seen with a prior freshman class. We've had some good ones, I know, at least in the time that I've been here. But this freshman class and their immediate contribution has got to be something to look at and just be impressed when you look at this team.
Absolutely. And Michaela was the shot in the arm that we needed tonight on both ends. Whenever she checks into the game, like, we know exactly what we're going to get. You're going to get a ton of energy, and she's going to really drive that thing to the basket and put pressure on the defense, and she's going to defend at a high level. She was well coached in high school. She came from a really, really good high school program and a really, really good high school coach. And you can tell, you can see, like, the kid doesn't take a play off. She plays really hard, and she's a fun player to coach. And, like, the sky is the limit for her. Honestly, I mean that. Like, she has so much potential to where she can take her game. As long as she keeps working at it and doesn't get complacent, that kid has a really bright future here. And not just her, along with all the other freshmen that we have. McKenna had a double-double that he talked about tonight. And it's kind of a luxury and a pleasure to kind of know that any night anybody can kind of get it going. We don't have to depend on one or two people. It's kind of a luxury to have. as a coach. I can check somebody into the game and know what we're going to get from them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it has the team right now in a solid place.
That's what I was telling Michaela is, I mean, this is only year one for you, Olivia, Alexis. Once she comes back, I mean, you guys have 3 more years of this. And in year one, 13-4, 9-1 in the conference. So only room to keep growing. And then when you mix in the veterans you have that have been playing already, Callie Wells, Aisha Short, McKenna, everybody else, you get the product that we've been seeing on the floor. And a lot of that has to do with you and your coaching, and kudos to you for that, how far you've gotten this team already. I mean, we got far last year, but this year has been another level, and can't wait to see where the rest of it goes.
I appreciate that, Brady. I appreciate that. We're going to continue to work every day and keep our head down, try to get better, not only on the court, but make sure we're also taking care of business off the court. You know, making sure we're good citizens around campus, make sure we're taking care of our grades, being where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there. We don't want to just be known for playing well in here on the Wednesdays or the Saturday nights. We want to be a well-rounded ball club, and that's in all aspects of being a student athlete. So I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. And one more thing I was talking about, the past few games, you guys haven't even been shooting well from 3 percentage-wise. In the second half against Southern Virginia, you guys really turned it on, and we're still winning by double digits every game. If the team starts hitting those three-pointers, you guys can be even more dangerous, wouldn't you think?
I agree. If we start to make some shots, we can really be a defensive team. I mean, a really good team along with our defense. I think our defense kind of keeps us around with teams scoring 72. I think we can compete with that. Now, when we start giving up 70 and 75 points, that's tough. But like you said, man, once we start to make some shots, it'll be a tough team to beat.
Absolutely. So like you said, 3-game road stretch. Got one this Saturday, next Saturday, and then one more before, I believe, February 3rd. We return here against NC Wesleyan, and then right after that got Greensboro with another away game sandwich between those two. So looking forward to it, Coach. Wishing you guys luck on the road trip.
Always a pleasure.
And 10-point victory here tonight, sitting at 13-4 on the season. Congrats, Coach. Can't wait to watch you keep going.
Yes, I appreciate you, man. Thanks, Brady.
Absolutely.
Thanks, everyone. Always a good production. Thank y'all.